going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We have stocks slightly up. Now, we have Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin halving could fuel a raging fire sale to crypto assets. And guys, we know the Fed is shrinking liquidity. I don't see a big drop, but we're definitely going to be pulling back. And stocks also going to be pulling back just because we know it's an election year. And because inflation hasn't went anywhere, we know we're waiting on that crisis in order for them to cut rates. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are down. We have the dollar, which is down, and we know that is great for markets. We have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then we have the Fed. Repo yesterday was at 448 billion. And make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. Now, we had Jamie Dimon sending out a letter to investors saying that rates could be higher for longer. Now, we know Jamie Dimon is playing nothing but the Hegelian dialectic because he knows all about the fourth industrial revolution. He knows the Fed is keeping rates higher because we're in a fragmented world. They want to break up everything in order for this digital economy to rise. And guys, remember, this is not just in America. This is a global agenda. And we're seeing fiat dying across the globe. And this has been going on for years, but now it's affecting the United States dollar. And how do we know? Because gold just keeps hitting new highs. And central banks are moving in lockstep. They're buying up all the gold because they know we're about to transfer over to a new system, a cashless society, programmable money, being able to tell you what, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone if you're relying on the government. And we know if you rely on the government to feed you, they're definitely going to starve you. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to learn the new economy. Make sure you're getting in the lab. Have fun this year, but make sure you're in the lab. Because, guys, 2025, the NWO pulls down the curtain for the sheep. So, therefore, they're brung into reality. You're going to see mass layoffs so the machines can rise. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale all down, of course. But we have Fidelity spot Bitcoin ETF surpasses 150,000 Bitcoin in 3 months, and they now hold over $10 billion worth. And then also we have GBTC outflows overpower spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. And guys, you know I said it from the beginning. Why is Grayscale having all these outflows when they could have easily went down in fees? Remember, guys, this is a plan and moves in phases. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Forget WorldCoin's eyeball. We now have a new Ton ecosystem. Initiative offers 5 million palm scanning incentive. And this is another way to verify that you're a human. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. You can't make this stuff up. We know that AI is definitely coming, and we see Toncoin is definitely pumping right now. Remember, guys, this is biblical. And speaking of AI, we have Canada has unveiled a $1.8 billion initiative to enhance its AI sector. And this is a plan and moves in phases, and we know it's global. And then lastly, guys, we have BCB Group moves custody of digital asset operations to Matako's platform. And we know Matako is owned by Ripple, and BCB works with some of the biggest crypto institutions, Bitstamp, Crypto.com, Gemini, and Kraken. And BCB is London-based. And like I've stated before, Ripple is nothing but a bank. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows, when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher, and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.